The following is a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formalware. Thank you for supporting Dowling Catholic sports on Iowa Catholic Radio.
And good evening and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym as we get set for boys postseason high school basketball here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Dowling Catholic hosting the Fort Dodge Dodgers in the first round of the Class 4A boys basketball tournament. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo tonight. We brought you the girls game Saturday night. That was a first round regional game, and the Dowling girls will be in action tomorrow night. But tonight it's the Dowling boys first round. And Jimmy, as we always said, you play 21 regular season games, but you play for that 22nd game. The 22nd game in high school is the first round of the postseason, and tonight that's the case for Dowling and Fort Dodge. Welcome.
Well, you know, the regular season can be a grind. You know, you get into some ups and downs of a season, and you're really grinding things out. You're playing 2, maybe 3 times a week against some really tough competition, and all of that really comes to a halt, and all the attention gets drawn to playoff time where it's survive and advance, and that's all you talk about is let's just work to win by 1 and move on. It doesn't matter how we win. We don't have to win pretty. We just got to win. And so everything in the past is the past, and so that grind is over. A lot of attention now is centered on tonight, and you know, Dowling's path to Wells Fargo goes through Fort Dodge first.
That's correct. The winner of this game will play on Friday night against Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls ranked 9th in Class 4A boys. They have the bye, if you will. So the winner of this game meets Cedar Falls in Cedar Falls Friday night. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off, 6:45. If Dowling is lucky enough, we would be on the air. I don't know. Are you making the trip if that were to happen? We won't know until after the game, obviously. But what's your plans?
Well, see the beauty about me being on the radio is the fact that, you know, my son is out there, so I'm going regardless if you're going to be on the radio or not. So the fact that if we have a chance to get up there and we're going to be on the radio, I'll be there.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that because I never knew what your plans were. Sometimes you head to Florida in the middle of the season like you did once. I know that was for a job-related issue, but you never know. That's why I asked. But we would be up there if things were to pan out. And, of course, the other side of the bracket has Iowa City West and Cedar Rapids Prairie meeting tonight in Iowa City. The winner of that game would travel Friday night to Ankeny Centennial. Ankeny Centennial, the 8th-ranked team. Cedar Falls the 9th, so we're part of the 8-9 bracket of the Boys Association as they bracketed all 8 sub-states out, and we're in one of the sub-states that has the 8-9 teams.
If you look for a bracket and you hope to you know, you're not going to be a 1, you hope to fall in this sub-state bracket where there isn't the 8-9 team, and you know, Dowling's played Ankeny Centennial twice, and not to look, you know, forward too much, but you know, that's a team Dowling has beat at least once, and Cedar Falls is a team that in the past, Cedar Falls has been that team that you really looked at could really win it, and they just don't have that type of a team this year. They're a really, really good basketball team. They have some good size when you look at their roster. But you know, Dowling, you get in a position where, hey, anything can happen in the postseason, especially when you're focused on one game at a time. And a lot of good things come out of that with the way kids play, the way kids distribute the basketball, defensively rebounding, all culminates to tonight, and as I mentioned, it's just one game and move on.
Now, Dowling and Fort Dodge used to be a part of the Central Iowa Metro League when it was an 18, then became a 19-team league with the additional Milwaukee Northwest. This year, the league's split, so Fort Dodge is part of the Iowa Alliance, so therefore the two teams did not meet each other. But last year, the two teams met, and as a matter of fact, Coach Clay Thielking was at just his 4th game as Dowling traveled to Fort Dodge in a non-conference game. Back on Tuesday, December 7th of last year, and Dowling beat Fort Dodge 72-22. You can probably throw that out because Fort Dodge graduated 4 of their 5 starters from that team, and the one starter left is their leading scorer tonight, and that's Javion Jondal. But nonetheless, the two teams have met once in the last 13 months, and Maroons came out on top with basically the same group. So there's no disparity there, even though they didn't meet this year.
But you know, I think that's always a good thing. When you start playing teams in the playoffs that you have not played in a while, they don't know a whole lot about you. You don't know a whole lot about them except for what you see on film. And that whole mindset, you know, of who's the best player and who do you see in night in and night out that you see so often in the Central Metro League. You really don't have that right now. I think playing a team that you're not familiar with is the best case scenario right now for this Maroon team, who has had an up and down season. They've struggled at times, and they've played really well at times. So moving on to a team tonight that you have not seen in over a year is a good thing, and then hopefully you make it to that next round. And again, it's a Cedar Falls team that you do not play very often. So good things always happen when you're not too familiar with teams and you're not playing them very often.
Well, for the Maroons, they've been battle tested. The CIML has put 4 teams in separate brackets as number 1 seeds. And we saw one of the other number 1 seeds in Norwalk Friday night. Indianola and Norwalk out of the Little Hawkeye Conference. So there's 6 out of the 8 sub-states that are well represented by Central Iowa League teams. And so the Maroons looking to use their schedule to their advantage. And you don't have a 500 record, but you're going to play teams above 500, with the exception of Fort Dodge tonight. You look to use that to your advantage. And one of the things we should mention is the Dowling-Fort Dodge game. We are the only radio station broadcasting here tonight. Fort Dodge Radio did not come down, so we want to welcome those listeners from the Fort Dodge area, Webster County, as the team is here. The teams are warming up. The Dodgers come in with a record of 1 win and 19 losses. They won their opening game of the year. They beat Boone by 4 points and have lost 19 straight under head coach Willie Williams in his second year. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons are 9 wins, 12 losses as they come into the contest, and they've lost 4 of their last 5 games and 5 of their last 7 games. So both teams not on the best, run, but they're in that 8-9 bracket, so they got a chance when whoever the winner of this game has a chance in the next round, facing a very competitive Cedar Falls team, and that's where we're at tonight.
Well, if I'm Coach Williams over at Fort Dodge, and they've had a very rough season in themselves, I think you tell your team, you throw that out the window. Records mean absolutely nothing at this point. So what has happened to us in the past really doesn't mean anything. And you look at these 2 teams offensively, and both teams seem to struggle from an offensive point of view. You look at field goal percentage. Fort Dodge is last in Class 4A. Dowling is 45 out of 49, so they're 3 below. You look at 3-point percentage, and Fort Dodge is last in 3-point percentage, but Dowling doesn't shoot the ball all that well from the outside as well, and they're middle of the pack in Class 4A. I think when you look at how these 2 teams differentiate the most is you look at the way they handle the ball, turnovers per game. The Maroons are averaging just under 12 turnovers per game, and Fort Dodge is almost 16. I think that's an area where possessions become critical, and then rebounding the ball. I think the Maroons have done a fairly good job as of recently finding ways to get offensive and defensive rebounds, and if they can keep the Dodgers off the board and look for those second chance put-ups, get high percentage shots, good things are going to happen tonight.
You're listening to the pregame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio. It's Dowling and Fort Dodge, first round of the boys Substate Class 4A tournament. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here in the pregame show at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Good news for the Maroons. Drew Marr, their leading scorer, is available, and he will play tonight. They had a little shoot-around today, and he got the all clear. Been bothered by that ankle. Had a little issues with side-to-side. Could have went Friday night against Norwalk, but didn't, and was close to being on the shelf tonight, but Drew will start and play tonight, so that's good news. And talking with Coach Phil King as we got here early, Jimmy, he said, it's kind of tough to have him out for 2 or 3 games. And if we are fortunate enough to be in Cedar Falls on Friday, he's got 3 games he hasn't played in.
Yeah.
So tonight's a chance to get the rest off, and obviously not the load management deal with the NBA players
right.
do, but just keep an eye on him and get him some reps and get him some rhythm.
Well, you watched him on the bench against Norwalk the other night. I think deep down he knows he could have played, and each time out he inched himself 1 seat closer to the coaches, hoping that he'd get the chance to get their eye and hopefully get put in. So as much as Drew wanted to play over the last couple games, those 2 to 3 games has been really good for him, and I think he's going to find out in his legs tonight how much more fresh he's going to be playing up and down this court against Fort Dodge, and hopefully that carries on to Friday night.
We want to thank Ashworth Vision Clinic, along with Skeffington's Formal Wear, Construction Professionals, Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Dental Association for supporting our broadcast all season long. It all started back in August during football and continues now through February and, of course, the postseason hopefully ending in March. We'll take our break. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with our starting lineups tonight, Dowling and Fort Dodge. Boys, first round Substate here at the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Join the Iowa Catholic Radio family for the celebration of Holy Mass at our Chapel of St. Gabriel the Archangel on the first Friday of every month at 11:30 a.m. The chapel is located at our network studios, 1355 50th Street, Suite 500 in West Des Moines.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Sister Mary of the Visitation from the Servants of the Lord and the Virgin of Moncada. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym here in West Des Moines as we get set for boys postseason basketball here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Dowling Catholic taking on the Fort Dodge Dodgers. First meeting between the two schools this year. Dowling won a game last year in Coach Steelking's first year as a head coach. And let's take a look at some of the games going on in boys Substate brackets tonight. Keep in mind these are the undercard, if you will. The winners play a team that will have a bye on Friday. So we'll start with Substate 1. Sioux City North takes on Sioux City West. The winner will play at Norwalk on Friday. The other bracket has Council Bluffs Jefferson at Johnston. And the winner of tonight's game between those two teams will play at Sioux City East on Friday. In Substate 2, Cedar Rapids Prairie is at Iowa City West. The winner will play at Ankeny Centennial on Friday. And the game we're going to have on Iowa Catholic Radio, Fort Dodge at Dowling. The winner plays at number 9, Cedar Falls, Friday. These will all be 7 o'clock starts unless there's double headers at some of these sites. Substate 3, Muscatine Davenport Central. The winner plays at Dubuque Senior on Friday. And Dubuque Hempstead at Pleasant Valley tonight. The winner plays at Bettendorf on Friday. Substate 4, Davenport North at Davenport West. The winner plays at number 1 ranked Cedar Rapids Kennedy on Friday. Clinton at Burlington is the other side of that Substate 4 bracket, and the winner plays at North Scott Friday night. In Substate 5, City High of Iowa City at East Waterloo. The winner plays at Valley on Friday. The other part of that bracket, Cedar Rapids Jefferson at Cedar Rapids Washington. The winner goes to West Waterloo on Friday. Substate 6 is Iowa City Liberty at Linn-Mar, and the winner travels to Indianola Friday night. The other part of that Substate 6 bracket, Atumwood Ankeny. The winner travels to Ames. Substate 7 has Des Moines Lincoln at Marshalltown. Two teams that have the same exact gym, the Roundhouse, at Marshalltown and Lincoln. And this game is at Marshalltown tonight. The winner will play at Waukee Northwest Friday. The other side of the bracket in Substate 7, Mason City at Southeast Polk. The winner travels to Des Moines Roosevelt. And finally, Substate 8, Des Moines East at Urbandale tonight. The winner travels to number 2 Waukee on Friday. And the other side of the bracket has Des Moines North at Dallas Center Grimes. The winner travels to Council Bluffs Lincoln Friday night. That's a look at the substates around the Class 4A brackets. Take a look at the starting lineups tonight. And let's start with the Fort Dodge Dodgers. We mentioned they come in with the record of 1-19. They come in averaging 42 points on offense, giving up just under 65 points on defense. Their head coach is Willie Williams in his second year, 4 wins, 38 losses, assisted by Charles Clayton and Brian Friedrich. Sophomore coach is Damian Miller, and the freshman coach Tyler Winter and Jordan Jackson. They will start this lineup at one guard, Cade Westerhoff, a 6'1 sophomore averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds. Westerhoff will wear number 3. The other guard is Carter Woodruff, a 5'7 sophomore averaging 4 points, leads the team with 19 steals. Woodruff will wear number 4. The third guard is Ty Adams, a 6-foot junior averaging 4 points, 2 rebounds. Ty will wear number 14. And the fourth guard is Kyron Wilson, the 6'2 senior, averaged 1.5 points, 2.5 rebounds. And Wilson will wear number 21. And at forward, their post player is Javion Jondal, their leading scorer, averaging 17 points, 7.5 rebounds. Going to play football at Iowa Central Community College. Leads the team in blocks and field goal percentage. And Jondal will wear number 23. Off the bench, we'll see Ty Terrell Mosley, a 5'7 freshman wearing number 5. Number 11, Taiwan Isom, a 5'9 senior, will be another reserve coming in. And Ryan Daniel, number 22, a 6-foot junior, will make an appearance tonight. That is their top 8 for their rotation for Fort Dodge. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons will go back to almost a usual starting lineup we saw until the injuries hit Dowling Catholic. The head coach is Clay Thielking in his second year, 18 wins, 27 losses, assisted by Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. The Maroons come in with a record of 9-12. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games, coming in averaging 52 points on offense and just over giving up 59 points on defense. They'll start at one guard, Davis Sheck, a 5'11 senior, averaging 8.5 points. He'll wear number 3. The other guard is Joey Coppola, 5'11 junior, averaging 10.5 points. He'll wear number 4. And the third guard is Drew Marr, the 6'1 senior, averaging 12 points. He'll wear number 5. At one forward, Colin Clark, 6'3 senior, averaging 2 points, 2 rebounds. Clark will wear number 11. And Riddick Metten, the 6'4 junior, is the other forward, wearing number 21, averaging 6 points, 4.5 rebounds. So Sheck, Coppola, Morrow with Clark and Metten in the post for Dowling Catholic. And that is our starters tonight. Jimmy, a quick word before we get to our break.
Well, Maroons, I think you find John Dole anytime you're on defense. He's averaging 17 points a game. He's the guy that you got to look to stop. But if the Maroons offensively, get out and run. Every time on a miss, get out and run and get things moving. All
right, we'll take a break and come back with the with the tip-off between Dowling and Fort Dodge on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Hamadale, Jimmy Cataldo. I want to thank Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer, as we get set for the tip-off. Dowling and Fort Dodge. The Dodgers out on the floor right now in their road black uniforms with red numbers, white borders. Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers, black border. And Maroons will be going right to left towards the south basket here in the first half. And we're just about set. Our officials tonight, congratulations to them in the postseason. Derek Clausen, Randy Reindl, and Dan Zaggers. And Coach Cataldo, we're underway with Fort Dodge winning the tip.
It looks like Clark is on the task to slowing down John Dole, as you would expect, because Clark has been the biggest defensive stopper, one of them that the Maroons have had this year. So expect a lot of body John Dole. I think he's going to get suffocated.
And a starter for is Drake Warland for Fort Dodge. He gets the start wearing number 1, a 5'10 sophomore. He is John Dole's cousin. And now a turnover by Fort Dodge to start things off. The shot clock wound down. Dowling in the front court as the Maroons now have it to Coppola, top of the key. Fort Dodge looks like stays in the 2-3 zone.
Smart look by Fort Dodge. Force the Maroons to shoot three-point shots, which they just have not been very, very good at doing.
And here's Coppola for 3. It's in and out, no good, and a rebound out to Fort Dodge. Dodgers running in transition. Warland all the way down court. Misses the layup with the left hand. Rebound Carter Woodruff, and the Dodgers get a brand new shot clock. And a put back up and good by Westerhoff. So 2-0 Dodgers as Westerhoff gets the offensive glass. Dowling breaking the press by Fort Dodge. There's Sheck in the front court. Now to Morrow. Skip pass over to Sheck underneath. His shot too strong underneath, and rebound Dodgers. And that's Hunter Horn with the rebound. So the Dodgers with a couple of changes, as Ty Adams and Kyron Wilson are not starting tonight. They're coming off the bench. And it's Drake Warland, Cade Westerhoff, Carter Woodruff, Javion Jondal, and Hunter Horn. And now underneath, a shot too strong, no good by Woodruff of the Dodgers. Rebound Dowling. Metten running. Tries to pass underneath to Clark, and it's stolen away by Fort Dodge. All the way down is John Doe, layup good. It's 4-0 Dodgers.
Well, Fort Dodge is getting out and running every time they get a loose ball or a rebound. The Dodgers are out running, and then anytime that there's a turnover or make, they're pressing the Maroons, working hard to get back into a 3-2 zone.
Now the Maroons break the press, and Metten underneath. He finds Colin Clark for the basket, 4-2. Fort Dodge leading Dowling. The Maroons now with full court pressure. Dodgers trying to get through it. They do. Here's Warland underneath. His shot to the left hand, no good. Offensive rebound, Horn. Turnaround shot in the lane, no good. Rebound, Dowling and Drew Marl. Marl down court, leading the break. In the corner goes to Scheck. Davis a three. It's no good. And the rebound, Fort Dodge. Dodgers in the lane. Westerhoff with the shot up and good. Cade Westerhoff with his fourth point. Dodger lead is 6-2. And pressure in the backcourt, near steal by Westerhoff. Dowling gets it in the front court. Maroons out of sync right now a little bit.
But the one thing that you've seen with the Maroons over the last couple games is the opponents are playing. The Norwalks, the Urbandales have just played so much more aggressive than the Maroons have.
Now whistling a foul on Dowling as a steal. And we got 2 free throws coming for Drake Warland of Fort Dodge. So the Dodgers with a little bit of a different starting lineup. And they've taken a 6-2 lead, and free throws coming here for Drake Warland. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here at the Dowling Gym. First round of the Class 4A postseason. Substates. Free throw good by Warland, the left-handed sophomore. Ty Adams and Kyron Wilson, who were listed as the starters, are now coming off the bench for head coach Willie Williams in his second year. Second free throw rolls around and falls through. 6-point lead now for Fort Dodge. 8-2 Dodgers in a full court press. 1-2-2 full court press. Here's Coppola. Diagonal pass back over to Marl. They break the press. Maroons in the front court underneath, and Metten shot is no good. Gets his own rebound. Nice pass from Kleppe, and Riddick up, and the shot is blocked. Dowling with a brand new shot clock. Here's Coppola underneath, and he leaves it for Clark, who shoots and scores. So a long way to go.
Love to see what Joey Coppola did there. You know, and he's had a wide open three-pointer. Instead, he decided to take the ball hard to the basket, draw the defense, and found Clark wide open on the block. Smart play by Coppola.
Dowling had Ryan Kleppe enter the lineup the last time. Turnover against Dowling as they push it down court. Kleppe, a 6'3 junior, has been a starter, but coming off the bench tonight. So he and Metten will be 2 of the post players, and Dowling's showing full court presser. And we've got a stoppage here. I think the possession are correct. Okay. Brian Hughes, Jay Rickey, Todd Crandall. The table in front of us. They get the first table.
They've been pulling as much duty as you have over the last 5 days. So
we got to know each other. Nobody's bought anybody a meal, but we got to know each other, Jimmy. I'll give you that. And Kevin Oddie here, don't forget the official,
right.
The other set of stripes, the official book. We've all pulled duty here the last several nights. All right, here's Jondal with it for Dodge. Double team guarded by Clark. Dowling stays man-to-man, trailing 8-4. Now corner 3 by Woodruff. Up good. Cade Woodruff with a corner 3. The Dodgers up 7.
Good, quick, full court press by the Dodgers, really putting a lot of pressure on the Maroons, getting the ball across.
Now Morrow dribbles baseline, can't get off a shot. Now he will in the corner. It's up and no good. And the rebound for Dodge and Carter Woodruff. Here's Jondal down the lane. A little scoop shot up and no good. Drew the foul, and he'll get free throws. Foul on Dowling. Javion Jondal. 17 points he averages for the Dodgers. Foul will be on Riddick Metten. And Jondal will go to the free throw line. He's also one of their best free throw shooters at 60%. Dodgers shoot 54% from the line. He's one of their better free throw shooters at 60. First one up and good.
3 for 3 at the line right now for the Dodgers. You're looking at a couple key factors. Right now they're out rebounding the Maroons 6-3. They've been able to take 7 field goal shots to the Maroons just 4. And then you look at the Maroons offensively, I think they're settling, once again, they're settling in for those threes that they struggle to hit. They're 0 for 3 from the three-point arc, hence they're only sitting at 4 points. So, some of the things that I think is, if you're the Maroons, you're talking, even though they're in the 3-2 zone, they're giving you the shot. Let's work it in for a higher percentage shot where the Maroons are much better at taking. So cutting to the basket. And if you're the Dodgers, I think their up-tempo right now is certainly dictating the flow of this game and how long can they stay into that, because if they do, they're going to cause the Maroons a lot of problems.
I want to thank Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One for supporting our broadcast all season long here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. 12-4 is our score. Fort Dodge with the lead. And a second free throw coming for Javion Jondal, the 6'3 senior, and he makes them both. 9-point lead for the Dodgers. And fresh from the backcourt. Now here's a three by Clark. It's no good. Ball rattles off the rim and rebounded by Ty Adams, who gets in the game for the first time tonight. Adams, 6-foot junior, coming off the bench, normally a starter. Now in the lane, a shot no good by Warland. Drake Warland with the miss. Rebound Nianji, who's in there for Dowling Catholic. Andrew Nianji, who had 9 points against Norwalk Friday night in the Dowling lineup. All right, Kleppe with it. Now to Morrow in the corner to Coppola. Fakes the three. Moves in. Now they keep moving the ball in the perimeter. Here's Kleppe with it. To Clark. 15 on the shot clock. Clark's pass inside of Nianji. Stolen away by Warland. And his shot is blocked out of bounds. Nice hustle that time by Colin Clark. Catching it from behind, but again, an empty possession for Dowling as Clark will check out. And checking in will be Dante Cataldo for the first time tonight.
One thing I think you're seeing out of Joey Coppola offensively is he looks a little gun-shy, and I hope that's not from the last game. He had a poor shooting night. If you're Joey, you just got to keep shooting. You know, he had a bad night. Tonight's a completely different night, but don't get gun-shy. I think he's turned 2 or 3 wide-open three-pointers away, and hence those came away with turnovers.
And Coppola picks up the foul as he was guarding Jondal on that inbounds play, and Jondal at the free throw line hits the first. Jondal now with 5 points, 14-4. Fort Dodge by 10 with 2:38 to go here in the first quarter. Second free throw good. Dodgers by 11. 15-4 Fort Dodge. 2:30 remaining. Underneath, a shot up and no good by Dowling Catholic. Free throws coming for the Maroons, and a foul is on Ty Adams, his first. Free throws coming for Dante Cataldo, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. It's a bucket. First free throw off the back iron, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashford Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Drew Morrow will check out. Davis Sheck in the lineup for the Maroons. So it'll be Sheck, Coppola, Cataldo, the three guards, with Nianji and Kleppe. Second free throw, no good. And a rebound, Taiwan Isom, who just checked in, the 5'9 senior wearing number 11. And now Fort Dodge in the front court. Here's Jondal with it, now in the corner for three. It's no good by Adams. Rebound Dowling. Maroons with it. Here's Coppola with it. Joey works baseline. Now it's cut off. Swings it over to Kleppe on the left baseline as we approach the 2-minute mark. Cataldo top of the key. Dodgers staying in that man defense. Here's Coppola for three. Up, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling and Cataldo. And he tries to get it to Coppola and throws it out of bounds. I think what you mentioned with Coppola a little bit, Jimmy, might be confidence at this juncture and this late in the season. He was 0 for 10 Friday night. I think he was like 0 for 7 or 8 from three-point range, and Joey just got to find his rhythm and his confidence.
And that sticks to you. You're a basketball guy like Joey, and you have nights like that, and it sticks with you for a few days, and probably slept on it a few times, and it's probably come today a little gun-shy, but just got to shoot his way out of it.
All right, here's Coppola in the lane. Stops. Dumps underneath to Nianji. Shot up and good. Nice move by Nianji as he flashed to the left block and got right in front of Ty Adams.
Like the Maroons are going to full court press themselves. Try to dictate the tempo of this game as Fort Dodge has really done most of that so far in this first quarter.
Kyron Wilson in the lineup now for Fort Dodge. Number 21, a 6'2 senior, and he gets the ball as they break the press. 20 on the shot clock. One thing the press did, burn about 15 seconds off the shot clock. And now down to 10. Dodgers with it. Woodruff in the corner. A three-pointer up and good by Taiwan Isom. His fourth three of the year. And all the way down court, Dowling shooting and scoring again. It's Nianji getting loose underneath.
Great transition by the Maroons, fighting their way to get back down court. And Drew Morrow finding Nianji as he opened up in the center of the lane.
Dodgers face full court pressure. They get it across the timeline. Javion Jondal, the leading scorer for the Dodgers, averaging 17 points, has it. Now swings it over to Adams for three. It's no good. Rebound Dowling and Kleppe. Outlet pass to Cataldo. Now back to Coppola. Kleppe top of the key to Coppola. Let's see, the Dodgers look like they're in that 2-3. Now they give it to Nyanji, right elbow. Gets it back to Coppola in the corner for Sheck for three, and it's good. As we got 14 seconds remaining in the quarter, and Davis Sheck with his first three, his 31st of the year, and it's 18-11 Dodgers. Well, Dodge breaks the press, 4 seconds remaining. Isom with it in the lane. It's poked away by Nyanji, and we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Fort Dodge 18, Dowling Catholic 11. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale will be back with the second quarter here in this Class 4A Boys Substate first round game from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Encounter Jesus and local Catholics daily. Tune in to Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of the Daily Mass from St. Francis of Assisi Parish in West Des Moines, weekday mornings at 10:30, or listen anytime with the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742, Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Randy Jensen from St. Francis Catholic Church in West Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Second quarter just about ready to start. Fort Dodge leading Dowling 18-11. And Jimmy, give us a few of the numbers as they inbound the ball here.
Bruton shot 4 of 7 from the field, 57%, 1 of 5 from 3.
And here's Sheck for three, no good. Cataldo on the offensive glass and put back good. Dante Cataldo, offensive rebound and put back. 18-13 now is our score. Jimmy.
Bruins go 7 rebounds and 4 turnovers for the Dodgers. They go 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point arc. 8 total rebounds and 2 turnovers. They go 6 for 6 from the free throw line in that first quarter.
And Dowling forces a traveling call in the backcourt. That pressure on the Dodgers. So the Maroons force a turnover and have the basketball, trailing 18-13. Dowling has not had the lead in this contest. Now here's a corner three, up and good by Kleppe. Ryan Kleppe with the corner three from the left side, his 12th of the year, and it's 18-16. Now a steal. And a shot by Kleppe, no good. Bodies hit the floor and a whistle of foul on Cade Westerhoff for Fort Dodge. That'll be his first and team foul number 2 on the Dodgers here, Jimmy.
I think the Maroons, it took the Maroons about half of first quarter to really get their mindset right and understand that this Fort Dodge Dodger team, regardless of the record, are playing really, really tough tonight. So the Maroons have found some speed in their game with their full court pressure. The offense is moving much, much better. They got a turnover on the full court pressure there. And then Kleppe taking to the hole and drawing a foul.
And Coach Williams for Fort Dodge got an extended breather for Javion Jondal. Second free throw good by Kleppe. Dowling tonight 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Dodgers are 6 for 6. So Jondal had an extended stay. He had the end of the quarter, which was a minute, and then he had the break and a whistle and a foul in the backcourt on Dowling. And Kleppe will pick up the foul. 13 foul. Check that. 14 foul on Dowling here in the first half. Dodgers with 2. Fort Dodge will inbound it in the backcourt. They get across the timeline. Woodruff with it. Dowling will drop back to man-to-man defense. Dodgers left to right towards the north basket here. The visiting team tonight out of the Iowa Alliance Conference. Dodgers record 1-19. Dowling's record 9-12. The winner meets Cedar Falls in Cedar Falls Friday night. And if it's Dowling, we'll be up there here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Now a baseline shot up and no good by Woodruff. And the rebound out to Dowling. Drew Morrow back in the lineup for the Maroons. Now in the corner to Sheck for 3. It's no good. And the rebound Jondal. Dodgers with it.
Not a bad look for Sheck. He's going to be a streaky shooter.
There's Waddle underneath on the pass from John. The ball knocked out of bounds. They're going to give it to Fort Dodge with 27 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Maroons playing with a much quicker lineup here with Metten, who's done a great job helping defense at the top of the key and getting a turnover steal there by Metten.
Metten with the steal goes down, and the ball's loose out of bounds. They're going to give it to Dowling. There's a good job that time by Ty Adams trying to take the charge.
Yeah, Riddick gets a little bit of body, and I think he's thinking that he had a foul called, no call, but just kind of stops on the play, and Riddick's got to understand he's got to play through those contacts, let the officials officiate, but you can't stop playing on that as the ball got loose, and he just stopped and looked at the official.
We got a holding call on Fort Dodge. They got Dante Cataldo. Hunter Horn was guarding him, and Cataldo drew the foul. So foul starting to rack up here for Fort Dodge. That is their third team foul. First foul on Horn. Dowling with 4 team fouls. Capola, Morrow, Kleppe, and Metten all with a foul each. Jack Odie in the lineup for Dowling for the first time tonight. Now the ball thrown away. Maroons commit the turnover. Odie, the 6'3 senior, threw it in, and then Dowling threw it away.
It's a typical inbound play where the guy throwing the ball inbounds is going to try to set into the corner for a 3-shot, and Drew Morrow just didn't rotate out of that position because Odie was sitting there waiting for the shot and hit the ball out of bounds.
Dowling in a 1-2-2 full court, 1-2-1-1 full court press, and now a near steal by Cataldo. Here's Warland with it, leaves it for Woodruff. Woodruff hits the deck and keeps possession of the ball. He found his teammate right there, Kyron Wilson. Now we got an illegal screen on the Dodgers and another foul. This one will be on Cade Westerhoff, his second. 18 all, Dowling and Fort Dodge. Maroons looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. And we've got a timeout called by Fort Dodge. This will be a full timeout. 5:50 remaining, first half. And it's Dowling 18, Fort Dodge 18 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Young Catholic Minute. Why don't women have the right to choose? Because killing people's wrong, that's why. That might sound extreme, especially when our culture likes to say things like, terminate a pregnancy, blob of tissue, and don't you have compassion for the mother? Yeah, enough compassion to try to protect her from the emotional and spiritual scars she'll have from having someone murder her baby. Because when you strip away all the jargon and emotional fireworks, that's what's left. The real, rational, scientific reality is that from the moment of conception, you have a human being. And just as slavery and the Holocaust have shown us, it's not a good idea to start deciding that some human beings aren't human persons. For more Young Catholic Minutes, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym out of the timeout called by Fort Dodge. Both Dowling and Fort Dodge have 4 timeouts remaining. And underneath the lob pass from Scheck to Jack Odie is up and good. Odie with the basket. And a nice pass by Scheck coming out of that timeout, Jimmy.
It's a great way to break the zone defenses. Backdoor cut underneath the there are 3 men underneath, and Odie does, and great look by Scheck.
A whistle and a foul on Dowling will be on Colin Clark. Clark picks up his first foul. 15 foul on the Maroons. And it'll be Fort Dodge inbounding the ball underneath their own basket. Brand new shot clock after the foul. Warland throws it in for the Dodgers underneath the Woodworth. On baseline, his shot up, no good. Rebound Metten. Off to Clark. Underneath to Odie, and his reverse layup, good. Another assist, and Odie gets the beneficiary of the basket.
Jack Odie's probably looking for a game like this where he can really break out his senior year, getting 4 quick points in just under a minute of the game.
Maroons keep up the full court pressure. Dodgers do a great job of getting the ball inside to Westerhoff. His shot up and good. Westerhoff with 6 points, 6'1" sophomore. Pressure by the Dodgers. Maroons now having trouble getting across. They do. Odie has it. Down the lane he goes, kicks it out to Morrow. Drew in the lane, underneath to Odie. Back out to Clark for 3, up, in and out, no good. And a rebound, Westerhoff and the Dodgers. Lead pass to John Doe. Javian in the lane, has the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Dodger basketball.
Good look by Colin Clark. Boy, that ball was in and out of the cylinder, and but couldn't get a better look than that.
Dodgers win down the ball. Warren gets it to his cousin, Javion Jondal. Now to Westerhoff. Back to Warland. Warland in the lane. Leaves it for Westerhoff. Westerhoff dribbles baseline against Odie. Can't get off the shot. Now leaves it in the lane. Shot off the glass too strong by Ryan Daniel, who's in there for the first time tonight. And the rebound, Dowling. The other way we go. Shot up and good by Scheck. And Dowling now opens up a 4-point lead.
Talked about in the pregame is get out and run if you're the Maroons on missed shots. And they're finding success doing that. Is get out and run on any missed shot. And don't allow them to set a press or the zone.
Now Dodgers turn the ball over. They cross the timeline on the Dowling press, and they throw it into the Dowling bench. So it'll be Maroon basketball. Drew Marr will sit down. It'll be Clark, Capola now in the lineup. Scheck, Odie, and Reddick Menton, the 5 on the floor for the Maroons.
Turnover number 5 for the Dodgers. It's starting to add up a little bit for them here in the second quarter. 7 for the game.
All right, here's Capola with it. In the corner it goes. Left side to Odie. Jack dribbles baseline. Reverse layup. No good. Hits the underside of the bracket. And the rebound out to Fort Dodge and Warland. Drake Warland with it. The 5'10 sophomore. Runs the point. Now gets it out to Woodruff. The Dodgers will reset. Dowling drops back to man-to-man.
John Dole's gotten a little bit quiet. It started the second quarter with 6 points. It's still sitting at 6 points.
Colin Clark got the initial responsibility of guarding him in the lane. Pull-up jumper by Warland, no good. Rebound Dowling and Riddick Menton. 3:15 to go in the half. 24-20 Dowling. Here's Scheck with it in the corner to Capola for 3, and it's good. And that snaps an 0 for 13 from Joey Capola the last couple of games, and that was a big basket for him.
Well, you get streaky, and once that lid gets off the basket, things start going down. So hopefully it brings a little bit of confidence to Joey in his shot.
You just got to keep shooting, and he did. And now a shot up and no good. Offensive rebound, John Dole, and the putback up and good. Strong move by the Iowa Central Community College football recruit, and John Dole shoots and scores. That's his first basket. And Dowling the other way, shooting and scoring.
A lot of their points coming from transition tonight. You're going to have to beat this aggressive Fort Dodge team just by running, and Maroons look more comfortable running than they are setting up an offensive set.
Davis Scheck with the basket. That is his 7th point. And now Fort Dodge the other way. And shooting and scoring is Cade Westerhoff. That's his 8th point. 29-24, Dowling by 5. Now the Maroons break the press. Odie for 3, good. Right in front of the Fort Dodge bench on the left wing. And Jack Odie off the bench with 7 points. His 9th 3 of the year. And it's 32-24, Dowling by 8. At the free throw line, pull-up jumper by the Dodgers. Ty Adams, no good. A putback up and good. And was that Jondal that worked his way in there? Yeah, it was.
Jondal gets the offensive rebound, and then a lot of athleticism going back up to convert the shot off the offensive rebound.
He's got 10 points, does Javion Jondal. Averages 17 points and 7.5 rebounds on the season. Now near steal by Jondal. Nearly picked the pass off, and in the lane, here is Riddick Menton with the score. Jondal had to pay for that. He went for the steal, and he came up empty, and Menton with his first 2 points of the night. And it's 34-26, Dowling by 8. Back comes the Dodgers. They break the press. Pull-up jumper at Westerhoff. No good. Rebound Dowling. Underneath the Scheck. A shot to left hand. Good. Davis Scheck went left-handed against Woodruff and scores.
Davis is standing about 5'10", 5'11", but his vertical leap has to be over 30 inches as he gets so high up on the rim. And makes it so much easier.
The press has caused the turnover. Dowling goes all the way down, and a shot up and no good. But a foul on Fort Dodge, and free throws coming for Joey Capola. And they're going to whistle the foul on Drake Warland. His first, and Joey to the free throw line for 2 shots. Capola, a 61% free throw shooter on the season, hits the first. As Andrew Nyanji and Ryan Kleppe check in for the Maroons. Ashworth Vision Clinic, construction professionals at Dental Associates are our supporters all season long here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. Dowling 37, Fort Dodge 26. If you joined us late, Fort Dodge got out to an 18-11 first quarter lead, and the Maroons have done their best to tie it and then take the lead by 12 right now. Ball kicked out of bounds at half court. Maroons continue that full court press. That's really enabled them to get back in. Now a bad pass stolen away by Coppola. Underneath to Odie, and his layup is good. That press has bothered Fort Dodge after their press bothered Dowling.
I think it's been the big change in tonight's game for the Maroons is going to that press, but you got to hand it to Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge really dictated the reason why Dowling had to do it.
And now here's a steal by Kleppe underneath, reverse layup, no good, and that should be goaltending, and it is. Good job by Westerhoff, but he pinned the ball on the rim, and they're going to count it. So Odie gets another basket, and I'm running out of space for Jack. He's got 11 points here in the second quarter, all in the second quarter, Jimmy.
Well, it's a night, as I mentioned, Jack would love to have. It's his last game here at Dowling as a senior. As all these seniors, it's the last game playing here. Seeing that if they win tonight, they go to Cedar Falls.
Here's Tytrell Mosley with a corner three who's in there now. It's no good. Ball slapped out of bounds. It'll be Fort Dodge basketball. Or he pointed the wrong way, excuse me. It'll be Dowling basketball.
Well, he tried to save it out of bounds and hit the back of the backboard. So easy call for the officials. They just got their signals wrong.
Well, everybody started running the other end, and the official knew it, and he said, no, just stay here. Now, Neonji underneath, his shot up and no good. As the Maroons at the horn can't get the shot off, and we have come to the end of the first half with the score. Dowling Catholic 42, Fort Dodge 26. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Jimmy, before we go to break, give us a little bit of a synopsis here of the first half. Dodgers out to an 18-11 first quarter lead, but Dowling comes back and outscores the Dodgers 31-8 in the second quarter to take the lead 42-26 here at the half.
Well, again, you got to commend the Dodgers and the way they came out and played to start the game. They came out full court pressing the Maroons, put their defense into a zone, forced the Maroons into shooting three-point shots, which the Maroons have not been successful doing. So it really forced the Maroons to up-tempo their game, go to a full court press, and a lot of the change came in that second quarter, a mixture of the Maroons' pressure, the Maroons taking the ball on transition, but it's also the Dodgers' 8 turnovers in that second quarter alone. 10 for the game for the Dodgers has really accounted for a lot of this offensive output by the Maroons.
Both teams 6 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half. We'll take a 2-minute break, if you will. Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. Halftime score, Dowling 42, Fort Dodge 26 in this boys Class 1A first-round Substate game. From the Dowling Gym, we'll return after this 2-minute break on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Enhance your prayer life, one song at a time. Enjoy sacred music wherever and whenever you want. Available now at iowacatholicradio.com, your Alexa device, or download the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app from Google Play or the App Store.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Nick Gerhardt from St. Pius X in Urbandale. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment, whether it's in the classroom or at home. Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Hi, this is Matt Wilcomb from Iowa Catholic Radio with another testimonial, this time from Whitney, who says, "When I started listening to Iowa Catholic Radio, I started hearing about all of the different resources. It was amazing, and it opened up the state and the community." For Whitney and so many others, Iowa Catholic Radio is truly a lifeline. Our on-air fundraiser starts February 27th, but you don't have to wait to give. Donate now at iowacatholicradio.com. Thank you.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Halftime score of this boys Class 4A quarterfinal round game. Dowling leading at halftime 42-26. Dodgers got off to a great start. They led 18-11 at the end of the first quarter, but Dowling outscores Fort Dodge 31-8 in that second quarter. The Maroons have a lead here at halftime of 16 points, 42-26. And Jimmy's still doing well. I can start with the scoring. Do you want to?
However you like to do it. I'm ready.
Well,
ready.
I mean, you get harassed. I got harassed by the Fort Dodge one of the parents.
Get yourself together. I don't know if that conversation was about your strike zone or about. I'm not sure.
Well, the thing is, Andy Adams came by and visited with us. She's the head softball coach at Fort Dodge High. Won a state championship 2 years ago. You know, your daughter played against her in the conference. Yeah. Last year they got runner-up. But you said congratulations. I just said, hey, she was runner-up last year. You don't congratulate the runner-up. Well, then I have a sore on my elbow, on my shoulder right now because you said that. I said that.
Well, sometimes it's a congratulations about how great the program is going.
Oh, and you were going there. I didn't see. I didn't pick up on this.
Daughter is a heck of a softball player.
Absolutely.
C4 Dodge has done so well. With her at the helm. But let's go over the first half stats for the Maroons.
Please do. Thank you.
So Maroons, again, we talked about really taking advantage of points in the paint. The Maroons have done that, going 12 of 19 from the field, 63%. They went 4 of 11 from the three-point arc for 36%, 13 total rebounds in the first half, and 5 turnovers. For the Fort Dodge Dodgers, 7 of 21 from the field, 33%. They went 2 of 5 from the three-point arc. They got 14 total rebounds and then finished with 10 total turnovers, 8 of them coming in the second quarter alone.
All right, let's take a look at the scoring in the first half for both Dowling and Fort Dodge. I got a little behind here, so bear with me. For the Fort Dodge Dodgers, they were led at halftime by Javion Jondal, their leading scorer, averaging 17 points. He has 10 at halftime, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and 3 two-point field goals for his 10 points. Cade Westerhoff, the 6'1 sophomore, with 8 points on 4 field goals. 3 points for Taiwan Isom, and 3 points for Carter Woodruff. Dodgers went 6 for 6 at the free throw line, as did Dowling in the first half. For Dowling Catholic, they were led by, off the bench, Jack Odie with 11 first half points. He was followed by Davis Scheck with 9 points, Joey Capola, and Ryan Kleppe with 5 points each. And then 4 points for Anu Nyanji off the bench for the Maroons. 4 points for Colin Clark. Riddick Metten with 2 points, and Dante Cataldo with 2 points. And Drew Morrow, who got the start tonight and is playing, had no points in the first half. So that's some of the scoring for the Maroons. Jimmy, as I mentioned, Dowling also going 6 for 6 at the free throw line.
The Maroons went 4 of 6 from the free throw line in the first
4 of 6,
half,
excuse me, yeah.
But I think you said it best. A highlight of that first half for the Maroons, upon some of their team figures, it has been the play of Jack Odie. And, it's his senior night. It's his final senior game here at Dowling. He's a 4-year player in the Dowling program and has to feel good as Jack has just not got a ton of playing time his senior year. But he's certainly taken care of business tonight with 11 first half points and really taking advantage of offensive rebounds, being underneath the basket for good passes by Scheck, one really good pass by Capola, finding Jack Odie underneath the basket, but converting on those shots himself.
Yeah, it's a good point. That is kind of like Jack's type of game, because the full court press has presented opportunities for both teams to score without getting into a set offense. And when you can run the open court, that's one of the guys you want running the open court, and that is Jack Odie. Comes off the bench for the Maroons, and he's done a great job. And obviously for Dowling, it's trying to neutralize Javion Jondal, outstanding athlete in his senior year. He's the only starter that returns from this team that went 3-19 a year ago. But Jondal's the lone senior, and he's the whole way the program goes on him. And Dowling has not really found an answer. He's 4 for 4 at the free throw line, 6 points, 3 field goals, so 10 points. And obviously Colin Clark got assigned to him, and then when Colin went out, I think it might have been Dante or somebody else, but he's going to be a load to find out here in the second half.
I think the only knock against Jondal in the first half is he's probably just not shooting enough. At one point, he scored 6 early points in the first quarter, and he just kind of went silent, and then really found his latter 4 points late in the second quarter. So getting Jondo more involved in the offense as he is their playmaker, both inside and out, as he's taking the ball hard to the basket. He shot the ball from the outside, but he's there for the offensive rebounds. But he's certainly the guy that I try to find on our offensive sets. But the transition for the Maroons on the in the full court press, I think the Maroons look so much more comfortable in transition, fast break points than they do setting up their offense. So I think that would be get out and run as often as you can, get a rebound, find an outlet pass, and then go. And everybody's got to work back to the offensive side and see what you can get back in the offensive transition.
All right, we're at halftime here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Hamadale, Jimmy Cataldo, 42-26. Dowling with the lead at halftime in this boys class for a first-round sub-state action. The winner goes to Cedar Falls on Friday. We'll take a break and come back with the second half. We'll take a 1-minute break. Our score, Dowling 42, Fort Dodge 26 on Iowa Catholic Radio.
The Catholic Morning Show.
Deacon Randy Keel, you say that we desire change, but desire isn't enough.
Change is not easy. Change even stirs some level of anxiety inside of us. Part of our mind that has our defense mechanisms, it will talk us out of change. If we make the plan for our personal interior change after the decision, we will find the plan is able to be accomplished far more than if we make the plan first before the decision.
The Catholic Morning Show, weekdays at 7, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from businesses and organizations who share in the mission of connecting listeners to Christ while connecting you to their products and services they provide. To learn more and support the businesses and organizations who support the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, visit iowacatholicradio.com to view our business sponsors. If you'd like more information on how your business or organization can become a business sponsor, contact Deacon Mark 515-223-1150, 515-223-1150.
Dowling Catholic! Dowling Catholic! Yeah!
Hey, welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Mark Hamadale, Jimmy Cataldo. For Dodge having the basketball first to start the second half. Dowling gets a steal and all the way down. And Joey Coppola basket has been wiped out as they're going to call him for the charge. That'll be Joey's second foul as Maroons lead at 42-26. And Dowling picking up full court pressure, 1-2-2 full court press against the Fort Dodge backcourt. Now they get it across the timeline. Dodgers get it underneath and a pull-up jumper good by Cade Westerhoff. That is his 10th point of the night.
Westerhoff's having a nice offensive game. He's saying it's his 10th point. A nice smooth jump shot from about 5 feet.
Dowling breaks the press as Fort Dodge does the same. They press Dowling, and now it's checked for three up top of the key. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it went off of Fort Dodge. Woodruff was battling Metten, and Woodruff had the height advantage there. 6'3" versus 5'7". It'll be Dowling basketball and a brand new shot clock for the Maroons. They work underneath. And Colin Clark is fouled as he went to the basket, and he'll get 2 free throws here. Foul on Drake Warland. That's his second. So
keep cutting to the basket. I think the Maroons are finding good things are happening as they're cutting to the basket. And that time, Colin brought his defender up high, then cut hard to the inbounds pass. Nice pass inbounds, and then drew the foul.
And first free throw good by Colin Clark, who has 5 points tonight. Second one on the way. And rolls around and falls through. Gets the Jimmy Cataldo.
We always take those 4 or 5 bounces off the rim as long as it goes down. Nobody knows in the stat sheet.
Still counts. Doesn't have to be a net snapper. Of course, I don't think you had too many of those from what I've been told. All right, 44-28 Dowling. 7 minutes left, third quarter. The winner plays at Cedar Falls Friday night to advance the tournament. Here's a steal by Coppola. Gets it out to Clark. Corner 3 by Coppola. In and out, no good. Rebound Metten. Gets it out to Clark. In the corner to Morrow for 3, and it's no good. And the rebound cleared out of there by Drake Warland and Fort Dodge. Maroons had a couple looks. Now in transition, the Dodgers with a shot, no good. Put back up and no good by Warland. And a whistle and a foul on Warland off the rebound. I'll check that. We're going to whistle a foul on Hunter Horn. Horn picks up his second, yeah. All right, Fort Dodge pressing, Dowling breaking the press. Capola underneath, feeds it to Metten, and he's surrounded. Now they get it out front. In the corner now to Capola for three. It's in and out, no good. And a rebound, Jondal and the Dodgers. 44-28 Dowling. 6:15 to go, third quarter. Jondal in the lane. Nice through and scores. Strong move by Jondal. That's his 12th point.
It's one thing the Maroons have struggled with a few games is the dribble drive through the paint. They just have not done a great job stopping that play in a few games.
Well, Colin Clark shoots and scores for the Maroons. He's got 4 of his 8 points here in the third quarter. 46-30, Dowling by 16. Now the Dodgers break the press, and they get across the timeline. All right, Jondal with it, goes to the basket, and he draws the foul. They're going to get Colin Clark for the pushing foul before the shot. And on Colin, that'll be his second foul. When Jondal wants to go, he can go. Boy.
Yeah, he's quick enough, and I think Colin's going to have a little bit of trouble with that, especially if Jondal gets ahead of steam, high above the arc, and that's what he did. Got a high head of steam and came downhill, and Colin got him a little bit with the body, and we play on.
All right, Dodgers inbound the ball. Brand new shot clock. Three-pointer by Ty Adams up and no good. Rebound for Dodge. Another offensive board, but they can't get it to fall. The putback is no good, and here's Sheck with it. To Capola, fakes a three, dribbles down, kicks it back out to Marr. Drew for three, up good from the top of the key. Drew Marr with his first three in about 3 games, up and good.
First points for Drew tonight, just 3 points. But he hasn't had a ton of looks.
Now the other way we go. Woodruff for three, good from the left side. Carter Woodruff. That's his second three of the night. He's got 6 points for the Dodgers. 49-33 Dowling. Underneath Sheck, his shot no good. Rebound for Dodge and Woodruff. All the way down he goes. Layup no good. Tip no good. Rebound Dowling and Colin Clark. That press really doesn't set up much offense. It's just transition, and now the Maroons will work their set offense here.
But you look at the offensive. No. Capola for 2 there, but you look at the offensive sets for both teams, especially you look at the statistics for the year, because this is who you are. Fort Dodge is last in Class 4A in offensive output, and Dowling is 45 out of 48. So, they're not good in the offensive set. So if both teams can get up in transition and create points that way, I'm sure they feel much more comfortable scoring points that way than trying to set up offensive sets.
And Dowling with the basket, and an immediate timeout by head coach Clay Fieldking in Dowling is Capola with his 7th point right now. And it's 51-33, Dowling by 18 after the Maroons trailed, believe it or not, by 11 in the first half before they kind of clawed their way back, got it tied, and I think we were in the 20s, and the Maroons took the lead right when they got, I think it was 22-19 or something like that. So got themselves in the hole where they've dug out, and now it's a chance to maintain that. And you've got Jondal, who's going to try to will this Fort Dodge team back, trailing by 18 here, Jimmy.
Well, I think that's something he probably tells his teammates, and just get me the ball and help set a pick, great shots for me, because I can score at any moment if I get downhill.
And with Colin Clark out, Kleppe has his assignment, and now shooting and score is Ty Adams with his first bucket of the night. Ty, the son of the young lady that we were talking to at halftime, Andy Adams, the softball coach. And now Sheck's pass deflected, but taken in by Dowling, and Capola picks it up, gets it to Kleppe. Dowling breaks the press. Kleppe leaves it for Marr. Drew in the lane. His shot up and no good. Rebound Metten, and now Capola for three, in and out and back in, good. Joey's starting to find his stroke, and that is his 10th point of the night.
Again, anyway it goes down, and ball rattled in. It goes down as good in the stat sheet.
Now a long three, no good by Carter Woodruff of Fort Dodge. Dowling with the rebound. Here's Metten in the lane, hands it off to Sheck. Layup, good. Nice job by Metten. Got the assist as Sheck got the basket. He's got 11. 11 points for Davis Sheck. 56-35, Dowling by 21. And now here's a steal by Capola. His shot off the glass, good. He took it away from Jondal.
Nice little fake dribble drive by Capola, really pushing Jondal and his momentum through the basket. and then opens up a wide open layup for him.
Another steal by Dowling, and this is Coppola doing on the defensive end. Out to Scheck in the corner to Kleppe for three. It's up off the back iron, no good. Metten with the offensive board, and we got a reach-in foul called on the Dodgers. Maroons are going to substitute a couple of players. Adams picks up the foul, his second, so Nyanji and Odie check in, and Davis, Scheck, and Metten check out. And we got a timeout called by Fort Dodge to see what Coach Williams wants here. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with him with 2:48 remaining here in the third quarter here at the Dowling Gym. It's Dowling 58, Fort Dodge 35 in first-round coverage of the Class 4A Boys Substate here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Bring the Eucharistic revival to your parish with Iowa Catholic Radio's Eucharistic Miracles of the World banner display. The work of future Saint Blessed Carlo Acutis, this beautiful display will educate and inspire. Learn more at iowacatholicradio.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Mary Klingon from Sacred Heart in West Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School Gym. Monday night, boys sub-state basketball. Glad you could join us. Dowling with the basketball, the inbound play underneath, and they get it to Nyanji, shoots and scores. Andrew Nyanji with his 6 point. And it's 60-35, Dowling with its largest lead thus far over Fort Dodge with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Well executed that time. Now Fort Dodge with the basketball. A shot in the lane, no good. The ball tipped over the backboard. It'll be Dowling basketball as Dante Cataldo set to check in. And the Maroons with their largest lead here, Jimmy, of 25 points.
Again, they're creating action by the turnovers that Fort Dodge is creating for the Maroons. But the press, the Maroons, I think, have figured out how to break it, and it's creating great points for them in the transition.
All right, Dowling breaks the press by a couple of seconds, and Maroons will work their on the offensive end. And now Nyanji, a little high-low, tried to get into Kleppe, and Kleppe couldn't handle the pass, and it's stolen away by Tytrell Mosley of the Dodgers. So Fort Dodge in their half court here. With it is Kyron Wilson. Backdoor cut, and Nyanji with the block, and bodies hit the floor. It'll be a foul on Andrew, as attacking the glass that time was Tytrell Mosley, and there's a height differential, but Andrew got him with the body.
Andrew kind of snuck in a little bit with his body and did create it, but got high up on the release, where he got the all ball on the block, but created the contact on the body.
Free throw good by Tytrell Mosley, 5'7" freshman. As Coppola checks out, and checking in for the first time tonight, Nick Frericks. Second free throw good. So Mosley, the freshman, 2 for 2 at the line. 60-37 Dowling. Maroons break the press. Odie underneath the Nyanji, and his shot up, no good. And tipped by Wilson out of bounds. It'll be Fort Dodge basketball. Good job that time by Kyron Wilson, 6'2" senior, battling Nyanji at 6'5".
Nyanji got the ball deep underneath the basket and found himself too deep underneath the basket and just did not have a good angle for the backboard and put the ball in.
Fort Dodge with the basketball. They trail 60-37. Minute and a half to go here in the third quarter from the Dowling Gym. Glad you could join us tonight. I want to welcome all our listeners from the Fort Dodge area that are listening tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And now John Dole thought he was going to shoot it from just outside the free throw line, and did, and he passed it underneath, and his teammate wasn't watching. So turnover against the Dodgers. Full court press by Fort Dodge. Here's Frericks across the timeline to Odie, 2-on-1, and Jack will take it to the hole. Layup no good, and gets his own rebound. Kleppe rather has it, and now we got a whistle and a foul on Fort Dodge. So the Maroons had tremendous opportunity there, but not a whole lot of size underneath for Fort Dodge to battle that. That foul will be Number 14, Ty Adams, his third.
Maroons had 2 really good looks at that and just couldn't get the ball to go down.
Dowling inbounds the ball. It's Cataldo, Odie, Frericks, Kleppe, Odie, and Nyanji, and now a steal by Fort Dodge on the bad pass. Here's Warland with it. Gets it over to Kyron Wilson. Shot no good, but the rebound Fort Dodge. Warland with it, picks up his dribble, guarded by Cataldo. Here's Mosley, top of the key to Adams. Ty with it. Dribble handoff, leaves it for Warland. Underneath, the shot up, no good, drew the foul. And Dante will pick up the foul, his first.
You watch Dante on defense. If I could get into his ear, you got to play a little bit tighter on your defense. Don't give your opponents any room to breathe, especially if you're quick and you can move. Get up tight on your defensive sets, and a lot of the dribble drive penetrations really go away.
And that's all well and good until you lose your man, or you're a half step behind a very quick guy.
But that's where your help defense and in the rotation of defense that's discussed so often is the rotation of that defensive help that's so crucial.
Second free throw no good by Warland. Rebound Dowling and Kleppe. Outlet pass goes to Jack Odie. 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And about a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Nyanji now on the right block, turns, shoots, and can't get the shot down. Gets his own rebound. Ball slapped out of bounds, or slapped away and into the hands of Warland. All the way down, his shot up and good. Drake Warland with the basket. That is his 5th point, and 10 seconds remaining. Fort Dodge will drop back to half-court defense. 7 seconds remaining. Kleppe with it. Out to Nyanji. 2 seconds remaining. Nyanji. And his shot at the horn. Are they going to count it? Yes, they are. Nyanji for 3 at the buzzer. And we've come to the end of the third quarter here at the Dowling Catholic Gym with the score. Dowling Catholic 63 and Fort Dodge 40 alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadell. Back with the fourth quarter of this boys Class 4A Substate first round game from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Matt Wilkham from Iowa Catholic Radio with an important message. Our on-air fundraiser starts Monday, February 27th, but you don't have to wait to give. Donate now at iowacatholicradio.com. And thank you for helping connect listeners to Christ.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742, Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercy1.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, my name is Tim Stacy. I'm from Holy Trinity in Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with the first possession. They get a corner three that's no good, and a rebound out to Fort Dodge. 63-40 Dowling. And now the ball in transition, lost out of bounds by the Dodgers. And Jim, you got to look at. Oh, you still got the calculator going. Go ahead, take it away.
Through three quarters, the Maroons 17 of 30 from the field, 56%. Excuse me, they've gone 7 of 19 from 3, 20 rebounds and 8 turnovers for the Dodgers. 11 of 30 from the field. All right, 3 of 8 from the three-point arc, 20 rebounds, and now 14 turnovers.
Here's Morrow with it as Dowling now works underneath the Metten, right block, guarded by Jondal. His shot up, good, right over Jondal. Riddick Metten with his 4th point tonight, and it's 65-40, Dowling by 25. They have equaled their largest lead of the night, have the Maroons, after trailing by 11 in the first half. And now a steal by Scheck on a bad pass. All the way down, left-handed layup, good. Hunter Horn with the bad pass, and Scheck made him pay for it. He's got 13 points. And we've got a timeout on the floor.
Travel.
Nope, I thought he did. I thought Coach was going to call timeout. Traveling on Fort Dodge on their offensive end.
Looked like Westerhoff was pushing the ball hard downfield, or down the court, and just added one more step on the transition.
Full court press by Fort Dodge, and stolen away by Jondal. Javion Jondal with the steal for the 6'3 senior. Down court he goes, a shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Dowling. They might get Metten for the foul. We'll see. And they do. So Metten picks up his second foul on Jondal. Another strong move, picked up his 14th point, and has a chance here, Jimmy, for an and one.
But it's haven't got the ball in the gentleman's hands enough tonight.
Free throw no good, and Metten with the rebound. Jondal with 14, and now here down the lane, Joey Coppola shoots and scores, and he's breaking out of his slump. 14 points as he gets his rhythm back. 69-42 Dowling, 6:15 to go, fourth quarter here at the Dowling Gym. The winner moves on to Cedar Falls Friday night for the Class 4A Substate semifinal. And in the lane, a shot high off the glass by Drake Warland is good for the Dodgers.
7 points for Warland tonight. Good high layup.
And now down court, diagonal pass underneath. Check the pass to Metten. His shot is good, and he drew the foul. And a foul on Fort Dodge. That'll be on Carter Woodruff, his first. And Riddick Metten now with 6 points and a chance for an and one here. As Coppola and Marr sit down, Colin Clark back in the lineup for Dowling along with Jack Odie. Metten at the free throw line. And it's good. Should be just one.
Yeah. I think that's what they're.
Did I miss something?
No. You know, it's one of the rare times that you're truly paying attention to the action, and one really converts. And
if I wanted somebody to talk like that, I can go home. My wife and daughter have said that. Dad, you're not following me.
Well, you're calling timeout, travels timeouts tonight. Sometimes you call.
I thought the coach was calling timeout. I saw him. And now we got. After all that, it was an and one, free throw good by Metten. We go down the other way and a foul on Dowling, and that'll be on Riddick Metten, his third. Free throw's coming for our man Jondal. He makes the first.
Jondal, 15 points tonight, and maybe, like I said, I just don't think his hands have been on the ball enough and created enough shots for himself because he's shown himself to be pretty effective taking it at the rim.
Remember you saying that. I know one thing, if you're the offensive coordinator, you're throwing it to him as much as possible in football. Yeah. And Maroons a diagonal pass again. They break the press, and on the other end, Riddick Metten shoots and scores. 74-46, Dowling with the lead. 5:30 to go, fourth quarter here at the Dowling Gym. Again, the winner plays at Cedar Falls Friday night. Jondal for three, good. I think he's heard you, Jimmy. He's got 19. Full court press by Fort Dodge. Ferricks brings it up. They get underneath to Odie, and his shot is blocked. They say body and ball at the same time, and it'll be a foul on Fort Dodge. Let's see who. It'll be whistled on Westerhoff, his third. Free throws coming for Jack Odie, who had 11 points at halftime and looking for his first points of the second half. First free throw, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear, as Metten, Scheck, and Clark all check out for Dowling. Kleppe in. Also in there, Cole Southard. And the free throw, second free throw, good by Odie. He now has 12 points. 75-49 Maroons. There's Fort Dodge with the basketball, and that's Warland underneath, shoots and scores. He's got 7 of his 9 points here in the second half. Full court pressure by Fort Dodge. Here's Ferricks with it. Nick brings it up. Gets in the front court to Cole Southard. Now to Cataldo, who checked in. Dante with it. Nearly stolen away by Jondal. They swing it in the corner. Southard for three. Good! My goodness, that young man. He can pitch and he can shoot the three.
Well, Southard is a good shooter. He hasn't seen a ton of playing time just with the depth the Maroons have. And but just a junior, Cole Southard, you're going to get a lot of seeing from him next year. And if he continues to shoot the way he is, you're going to see a lot of points out of the young man.
Here's a shot by Fort Dodge, no good. Offensive rebound, Jondal missed it, put it back up, good. 21 points for Javion Jondal as he got couple of offensive boards and a missed shot and then a made shot on that possession. Approaching the 4-minute mark, 78-53 Dowling here in the fourth quarter. Dodgers being aggressive defensively, just trying to make everything up-tempo. Here's Odie in the lane. Leaves in the corner for Cataldo for three. Off the front of the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Bodies on the floor. Underneath, layup good by Cole Southard. It's his 5th point.
Love seeing the no quit out of the Dodgers. They're continue to play up and down. Coaching staff is really pushing them to put pressure on the ball, and they continue to do that.
And underneath, Carter Woodruff shoots and scores. That is his 8th point. Dowling the other way, and we're just trading baskets here at the Dowling gym. That is Odie with the basket. He's got 12 points. Corner three up and no good by the Dodgers. And the rebound out to Fort Dodge. Ball slapped out of bounds by Frericks. It'll be Fort Dodge basketball as we approach the 3-minute mark. Substitutions in for Dowling. Jackson Trine, the 5'11 junior, checking in. Checking out will be Ryan Kleppe. So it'll be Jackson Trine, Jack Odie on the floor for Dowling. Cole Southard. Now we got a 5-second call. Nick Frericks out there, forcing the 5. And let's see, Dante Cataldo, and we're going to have more changes here as Danny Nielsen will check in along with Jack Jepson. Jimmy, that's the whole roster. Maroons have emptied the bench.
Well, they got a couple more deep at the end of the bench. I think they are dressed.
Ollie Aragao
and Gabe Reinhardt, but
and Gabe Reinhardt.
Get a chance to see senior Danny Nielsen.
33 minutes left. Underneath, they work it too. Nick Frericks, he shoots and scores. 84-55 Dowling by 29. Largest lead of the night for the Maroons. Dodgers have it. Here's Warland on the baseline. Kicks back up top to Woodruff. There's Taiwan Isom, who's in the lineup now for Dodge. Now a near steal by Dowling and Southard. And Fort Dodge retains possession. We got a new shot clock out of the whole deal. And now into the lane, a shot up and good. And I think that was Woodruff shoots and scores. That is his 10th point. Comes the second Dodger player in double figures. 84-57 Dowling. Jepson for three, no good. Jack with the miss. Fight for the rebound, and Danny Nielsen in there fighting with Carter Woodruff. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Fort Dodge.
Several guys we haven't seen a ton of this year is Jack Jepson. As I mentioned, Danny Nielsen. Jackson Trine is in the game, and Cole Southard. And then Nick Frericks, who actually Nick was starter for the Maroons early in the season with Joey Coppola out with an injury. So Nick Frericks is the other guard for the Maroons. And the Maroons look to empty their bench here on the next dead possession.
Gabe Reinhardt and Ollie Aragao, two juniors, set to check in. Here's a corner three. It's no good by Royce Peterson, who's now in there for Fort Dodge. Offensive rebound Dodgers, and now whistling a foul, I believe, on Dowling. We'll see what the official has. Yeah, they're going to get Frericks for his first foul. Officials tonight, Derek Clausen, Randy Reindell, and Dan Zaggers. Congratulations to them. Checking out for Dowling, Cole Southard and Nick Frericks. As Ollie Aragao gets in the lineup, and Gabe Reinhardt.
I think one of the very few times we've seen Gabe Reinhardt on the year, and Ollie who's a great sized body and one of the harder working basketball players in our program. We just haven't seen a lot of him.
All right, Jepson's pass to Nielsen. He threw it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover against the Maroons with 1:42 to play here in the fourth quarter. Dowling is set to advance to Cedar Falls on Friday night. Dowling is part of the 8-9 bracket, as Cedar Falls is the number 9th ranked team in Class 4A. The 8th ranked team is Ankeny Centennial, and they're on the other side of the bracket. There's a shot put up and no good by Fort Dodge. Dowling with the rebound. Now a turnover by the Maroons. Ty Adams with it. Gets it to Isom. Fall-away jumper, leaves it short, and a rebound, Dowling and Jack Jepson. He has the ball poked out of bounds, and how about that? Adams knocked it off of Jepson. It'll be a turnover here.
Turnover number 4 for the Maroons in the fourth quarter. And you want to see a lot of these kids I know want to get into the scores book and get a chance to shoot. You just got to get the ball across the court first.
All right, Fort Dodge with it. Taiwan Isom with it, top of the key. Lobs it inside to Wilson, who's guarded by Allier. In the lane, and Allier with the deflection. His shot no good. Rebound Jepson. Jack with it. Outlet pass to Trine. Corner 3 up and no good by Gabe Reinhardt. That might be his first varsity attempt.
If I'm Gabe Reinhardt, my arm's cocked. When I get that ball, I don't care where I'm out on the court. I'm shooting. So good for Gabe.
Allier with the Agao with the rebound after a missed shot by Fort Dodge. 30 seconds left in the contest. Allier get it inside to him, and he loses it. Down court comes Kyron Wilson, shoots and scores. Kyron Wilson with his first basket of the night. 84-59 Dowling. Maroons in transition. They work underneath to Nielsen. Danny works his way inside, draws the foul. Adams with the foul. And Nielsen a chance to get in the scorebook. It'll be the 4th foul on Ty Adams. And you're tied in here, Mr.
That's right.
Cataldo at the line. First one up and no good.
Danny's also exiting senior this year, so it's his
yes,
last opportunity to play in front of a home crowd at the Dowling Gym. So
6 seniors on this Dowling club. You're right. He's one of them. Second one up and no good. Missed them both. Rebound Fort Dodge. 8 seconds remaining. And Allier with a steal. A turnaround shot up. No good. And fight for the rebound. And that'll do it as they'll wipe off the last shot. Final score, 84-59. Dowling boys will advance to the Substate semifinal this Friday in Cedar Falls. And we will be there with them as Fort Dodge concludes their season with a record of 1-20. Dowling improves its record to 10 wins and 12 losses. Congratulations to head coach Clay Philking and the Dowling team, including those 6 seniors that all got to play tonight on their their home finale, if you will, in the postseason.
Give a ton of credit to Fort Dodge tonight. A team that's, 1 win on the season. They did not play like a 1-win team. They came out and took it to Dowling right away and played with a lot of tempo, a lot of quickness, and a lot of energy. And to travel down here, 90 minutes, 2 hours from Fort Dodge to play in a game like this, they certainly went at it and took Dowling to the wire, at least through 2 hard quarters, maybe 3 quarters. Just Dowling's up-tempo transition and the turnovers that the Maroons created really expanded on the lead for the Maroons tonight and got them away with a nice win.
Javion Jondal led the way for Fort Dodge as he had 21 points. As we start totaling up our numbers, we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with final statistics and unofficial scoring when we return to the Dowling Gym as Dowling advances to the Substate semifinal with a 84-59 win over Fort Dodge. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, and we'll return to the Dowling Gym with our postgame show. We may get an interview or two, so stay tuned here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. What's wrong with girl watching? God made them pretty on purpose, right? Yes, he definitely did, because he wants us to be attracted to them. Attracted enough to love them, to enter into marriage, and to give up our lives for them. But is that what girl watching is? Nope. You know what it is? Yep. Girl watching is a sure ticket to never really becoming a man. Real men love heroically, with commitment and sacrifice. And when they see true beauty, they serve it. They don't try to make it serve them. What if Aragorn in Lord of the Rings had gone chasing after that blonde girl? Or maybe just for a little while. No, Aragorn knew that even a little girl watching would make him a boy and prevent him from doing the manly tasks before him. The ring would never have gotten destroyed, he'd never be king, and he'd never marry his queen. For more, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
The annual Christ the King Parish Library book sale is March 17th to the 19th at the Christ the King Parish Hall, 5711 Southwest 9th Street on the south side of Des Moines. All proceeds go to our parish library. A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Theresa Tomeo from Catholic Connection, and thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym on our post-game show tonight. Dowling with the win over Fort Dodge in boys' first round Class 4A Substate. Dowling with the win 84-59. The Maroons improved to 10-12, and they will travel to 9th-ranked Cedar Falls Friday night. We'll have that game on Iowa Catholic Radio. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off, Dowling at Cedar Falls. And Coach Cataldo, I can just forewarn you, Mr. Devaney and I did a girls' game up there several years ago, and we're up kind of on a catwalk on the second floor, so it's not like the accommodations they provide us here. We'll be a little bit out of the way.
You got to understand, anytime we go on the road with you, it's sort of expected that we get put up in the rafters or we get put behind fencing that we can't see through. It's a little bit of what
you think that's all me.
I think it's a little bit of. Yeah.
Well, that is where their press area is. I'm just trying to cover myself here. That is their press area at Cedar Falls, and as we find out, this is the final year of their old school. They've got a brand new school that's in a different area of not too far away, but being built, and it'll be like the brand new Ames High School. So we look forward to that. But no, we'll go with the old stuff Friday night. And we hope the weather clears. We know there's supposed to be some storms coming in. Of course, our folks that are listening to Florida, Texas, Arizona. Right. We got California, state of Washington. We got people on the internet, and it's like, yeah, we're going to get some winter weather, and it's going to be the white stuff. And they're saying could be quite a bit, but I think we'll be dug out by Friday. If not, we'll figure it out a way.
We're getting so close to. I think everybody has that winter blues at this time of year, and
spring fever.
Gosh, it was 50 plus degrees out, and you go outside, and it feels like 70. So yeah. I'm ready for a break in the weather, but we don't have too many of these weather events coming through this season. But yeah, I think we're expecting some weather, especially north of Des Moines.
Yeah.
Beginning tomorrow night and into to Wednesday.
Yeah. So hopefully by Friday everything will work out. And let's talk about tonight's game a little bit. Maroons got off to a very slow start. Fort Dodge with the lead early. Got to make room for the athletic director.
Well, he's multitasking.
Well, I don't know what he's doing. I've never seen him around the computers, but I'll take his word for it. But here he is. But Jimmy, Fort Dodge got out to an 18-11 first quarter lead. They led by 10 at one point in the first quarter, and Maroons came back with a nice run right before the half, outscoring them 31-8. So it was a great start by Fort Dodge, and you mentioned it. Coach Williams had his kids ready. They pressed the whole game. They're in that 1-2-2. They just tried to force you to be quicker than you really wanted to be, and that's what they did with Dowling.
Well, I think what Coach Williams is trying to create is a culture. He's only in his second season and here at Fort Dodge, but as their team started to lose a lot of this game, down 20 plus points, you can hear from the bench to continue to pressure, get up and move the ball. So, he coached to the bitter end, and that's what you got to do. You just got to create a culture and an expectation around your team and around your kids as to how you're going to play the game, regardless of the score. And you got to hand it to Fort Dodge. Really impressed with the way they came down here, regardless of the record, and played the Maroons. And I think they really caught the Maroons off guard early in the game with their pressure and with their zone. But certainly woke up the Maroons as the Maroons woke up, got their feet under them, understand how they're going to break the press. The Maroons got out on transition, which I firmly believe that's their best offense right now is transition offense, and the Maroons certainly capitalized on that.
All right, let's look at the scoring tonight. We'll start with Fort Dodge, the visitors from the from Fort Dodge. They finished the year with a record of 1-20. And they were led in scoring by Javion Jondal. He averages 17 points. He scored 21 tonight against the Maroons. He went 6 out of 7 at the free throw line for the Dodgers. He finishes with 21 points, Javion Jondal. And then Cade Westerhoff and Carter Woodruff, 10 points each. And then single digits the rest of the way for the Dodgers. Drake Warland with 9 points, 3 points for Taiwan Isom, Ty Adams and Kyron Wilson with 2 points each. Tytrell Mosley with 2 points each. The Dodgers went 11 of 14 at the free throw line. For Dowling, the Maroons had 3 players in double figures and 2 more that were near it. They were led by Joey Coppola. He went scoreless Friday night against Norwalk. He scored 14 points tonight. And Davis Scheck, 13 points for the Maroons. And Jack Odie off the bench with 14. So he and Coppola with 14 points each. Scheck with 13. 9 points for Andrew Nyanji off the bench. 8 points each for Colin Clark and Riddick Metten. 5 points for Ryan Kleppe and for Cole Southard. And 3 points for Drew Morrow. 2 points for Dante Cataldo. And 2 points for Nick Frericks. Dowling 7 of 12 unofficially at the free throw line. That's the numbers I have, Mr. Cataldo. What do you have for some of the stats?
So team stats for the Maroons. Maroons go 25 of 39 from the field, 64%. Team that's averaging under 40% field goal percentage. They go 64% tonight. 3-point shooting, 8 of 24, 33%, 27 total rebounds for the Maroons, and 13 turnovers. For the Dodgers from Fort Dodge, they go 18 of 42 from the field, 42%, 4 of 11 from the three-point arc, 24 total rebounds, and 19 turnovers for the Dodgers. And a mixture of the turnovers and you win with the press, you lose with the press. And I think the Fort Dodge, try to up-tempo that press as the Maroons got more comfortable on how to break the press and work the transition. I think it ended up being a demise for Fort Dodge tonight as they gave up a lot of transition points to the Maroons. Maroons, they haven't shot 39 times from the field, I don't think, in the entire season. But they go 25 of 39, the Maroons did, from the field, and a lot of those were transition points.
Dowling led at halftime 42-26 over Fort Dodge and outscored the Dodgers 42-33 in the second half to win it 84-59. And Dowling is in Substate 2 in Class 4A. The other side of the bracket, as we mentioned, Fort Dodge will be, or rather Dowling, the winner over Fort Dodge, will be at Cedar Falls Friday night for a 7 o'clock tip-off at the Cedar Falls Gym. The other side of the bracket has Cedar Rapids Prairie at Iowa City West. The winner of that game going on right now, or maybe just getting over, will travel to Ankeny Centennial on Friday night. And the winners on Friday night will play a week from tomorrow on Tuesday night for the Substate Final, and that'll be at a site to be determined. So that's kind of how all that shakes out. Reminder, tomorrow night we'll be on the air at 6:45. Tip-off 7 o'clock, Iowa City West at Dowling in girls regional final basketball. The winner of tomorrow night's game punches their ticket to the girls state basketball tournament. And in Class 5A, it would start 1 week from today as the 5A girls have the first games, 10 o'clock in the morning, 1 week from today at Wells Fargo Arena, downtown Des Moines.
Exciting for the Dowling girls who have been playing outstanding. Young team, but been playing outstanding. And, to play Iowa City West, I think, in fact, I know my daughter's last game in high school basketball came against Iowa City West down in Wells Fargo, her senior year, and that was the year Iowa City West went on to win.
They won it all.
I think it was 5 years ago is what I saw, and Maroons get a chance. I pulling for those girls, and I think they can put a heck of a run together. I mean, they've shown they can knock off Johnston, who arguably is the best team in the state, and the Maroons can beat anybody on any given night. So, but you got to get there first, and so good luck to the girls tomorrow night against Iowa City West.
No question about that. You look at some of the teams in the girls' postseason. Pleasant Valley undefeated. Johnston and West Waterloo 1 losses for each of those two teams. And then next comes Dowling with a 17-4 record, taking on an Iowa City West team with a record of 16-6 tomorrow night here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And then 2-loss Davenport North team. So there's some teams that bring a lot of experience, pretty good records, but now battle tested in the postseason. And that's what we're going to find out, as we will Friday night You did say you're going to hitchhike up
I'm
to
there.
Cedar Falls. You there? You're going to get a
there.
ride with somebody?
I'm going to drive my car. I'm going to keep
Wow.
the gas receipt. I'm going to keep the miles. I've learned these little intricates of trying to find tax write-offs, and believe me, I'm going to take.
But you keep mailing that stuff to my house. It's not going to work.
No,
I can't do that.
I've not been to Cedar Falls for a basketball game, and Cedar Falls has a nice team. They have two individuals who stand 6'8", which you look ahead now, and I think that's going to cause some issues for the Maroons on height. The Maroons really haven't found the team that has consistent height across the board, and Cedar Falls is going to pose that issue for the Maroons. And and if they're going to sit back and shoot the 3-point shot, it just has not been the recipe for success for the Maroons. They got to find ways to get the ball into the paint, and when you have 2 6'8" guys who are going to contest those shots, it's going to make it extremely difficult. But the Maroons are going to have a few days to prepare for this game, understand, watch a little bit of film, understand what Cedar Falls does, and try to break that, because you get through Cedar Falls, and, man, you got teams on that other side of the bracket who you played. You played the Iowa City West team, you played the Ankeny Centennial team, and you beat them both. But they got a daunting task this Friday against Cedar Falls. But one game at a time, survive and advance. Doesn't matter how you win, you just got to win.
That's right.
And then see what happens thereafter.
All right, Jimmy. Appreciate you sitting in with me tonight, and we'll talk to you Friday night. And I know you'll be rooting on the girls, as I will tomorrow night with Coach Babinett, as Dowling girls will be trying to punch their ticket for a berth in the Girls State Basketball Tournament, which begins 1 week from today at Wells Fargo Arena. In the meantime, get dug out.
Are you going
to help your neighborhood out and get dug out? I want to throw that out there. You have a lot of issues with your neighborhood.
As warm as it's been, I still have snow, which turned into ice on my driveway. Nobody.
Because you didn't shovel it.
No, nobody. There's no partnering, no collaborating in my neighborhood.
What's going on with that?
But I hope to goodness, and I hope if Coach Babinett, I'm going to have to talk to him, that if he gets the opportunity to go down to Wells Fargo, you give these tours of Wells Fargo and show Media Row, and it's one big hug fest with you and the rest of the media. And I got to prepare Coach Babinett for that, because, my gosh, sometimes he has to take over as you're seeing colleagues that you haven't seen in probably a year.
A year at least. We're going through COVID.
It's a one big hug fest.
Well, we all get along with each other. We provide information. We exchange information.
And that's great.
For you, it was your first tour below the bowl. You're used to paying for those seats up top, which you probably should anyway. But I gave you a nice little tour. I took you in the bowels of Wells Fargo Arena. Coach Babinett doesn't need that. He's been there before. He's been there with the Dowling teams with Coach Marr in the first 5 years he was with them. He knows the way around. I don't need to show him that. I was trying to help out.
Well, it seemed like you always gravitated me to the refreshment room. Say, this is our refreshment room. This is where we get our popcorn and our pop. And I thought, well, goodness. This is the best thing since sliced bread.
I think you made Fred Tiernan smile on his way home to Polk City or Grimes, wherever the heck he lives out there in the middle of County.
He has like I said, his land. He's going to sit on that for a while. He's living on a nice piece of land.
That's right. Well, in the meantime, have a safe trip up if we don't travel together. Don't ride with your dad. He got a ticket going through Ankeny last time he went north up to Applington, Iowa, or Parkersburg, Iowa, and is watching your nephew play. And got a little speeding ticket, so be careful of that. We're not in a hurry. Leave early and leave yourself plenty of time.
I will.
All right. See you Friday, my friend.
You too.
Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner. Hey, they're handing out treats here. All right, that'll wrap things up. Jennifer Phelps, I want to thank you, our studio producer here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Wow, look at this basketball. Thank you. Appreciate it. And let's wrap things up from the Dowling Gym tonight. Our thanks to Willie Williams, the head boys basketball coach at Fort Dodge Senior High School. Their record falls to 1-20 as they conclude their season. Dowling improves to 10 wins and 12 losses, and they'll travel to Cedar Falls on Friday night. And that'll wrap things up from the Dowling Gym. Tom Wilson from the Dowling Athletic Office, Jared Herring, Colleen Webb. We want to thank all of them. Of course, our studio producer, Jennifer Phelps, and for my broadcast partner, Jimmy Cataldo, this is Mark Amadale. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night, the Dowling Girls Class 5A Regional Final. It'll be Dowling hosting Iowa City West. We'll be on the air at 6:45 right here at the Dowling Gym. Tip-off 7 o'clock. Iowa City West and Dowling Catholic. The winner tomorrow night moves on to the Girls State Basketball Tournament. And then later on this week on Friday, Dowling at Cedar Falls from the Cedar Falls High School Gym. So we got a couple of games left remaining this week here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. For our Supporters and sponsors, they include Skeffington's Formal Wear, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Dental Associations. We thank them, and we thank you, our listeners, for tuning in, and we'll be on the air tomorrow night with our game between Dowling and Iowa City West. Once again, the final score for the final time. Dowling Catholic advances in the boys' Class 4A Substate first round with an 84-59 win over Fort Dodge. This is Mark Amadale for my broadcast partner Jimmy Cataldo saying goodnight and so long from the Dowling Catholic Gym. Have a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Our coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Thank you for supporting the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.